Hi, good evening again, or is it good morning, or is it good afternoon again? From your guy, your host himself, DLG REPPIN. So, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I've caught the last half hour or over half hour of IB Leipzig versus Manchester United, which finished Leipzig 3, Man United 2. So they'll be joining us, Tottenham and Leicester, in Europa League, with all four English teams representing the country. But for Solskjaer, it just adds more pressure for every defeat he gets, even if he gets a couple of wins in a row. Anytime he loses, the Man United job is far too big for him. He's got the biggest job in the world, and he's not living up to expectations. Blah de blah, but they've lost. But I'm just reporting on the situation at Leipzig, where Man United have gone out of the Champions League. But I'm here to talk about context of my own and some positive news, and that's Raul Jimenez. He has been discharged from hospital and he's back at home with his family. So his wife and child will obviously be delighted to have him back at home. So he's going to take it easy, have a rest, and to an extent let his wife look after him. But he's got to do a little bit of work, about 10% of it, around the house. But Raul Jimenez, I'm pleased to say, from a football fan, from the heart, it's great to hear that you're back in the comfort of your home, and wish to see you back in the league and playing football again, doing something that you've passionately enjoyed since you were a child. So, through your childhood, should I say? So, welcome back home to your house, and take it easy. Nuno Espirito Santo, he says that he thinks that it makes sense to look into the protocol, because him and his doctor, Dr. Perry, have had conversations about this situation. Now, Ryan Mason has come out and says that the protocol has been insufficient, and it needs to be looked at because it has not worked. Ryan Mason, should I say, not Fraser, sorry, I do apologise. Ryan Fraser, what's wrong with me? Ryan Mason, who suffered a head injury with a clash with Gary Cahill in the last 2 or 3 years back. He suffered a serious head injury that prompted him to retire from the game, and it was a sad loss. The guy who broke through the Tottenham academy and played for Hull at the time of the accident, and these things do happen. Now, what's it called? Concussion substitutions. I would like to see how it works out. I think it makes sense myself, and it's got to be introduced for the safety of the players, especially heading, which has been talked about. And how has it been talked about for being banned? It's part of the sport. It always has been. It was born into the sport, heading footballs. It was born into the sport. Nah. That is complete, utter nonsense if you want to ban heading. Yeah, these things are going to happen, Head injuries are going to happen. Any sport injury are going to happen. The best way to go about it is just, the balls are softer than they were 45, 55, 60 odd years ago. The balls are at a safer make. So, for what happened to Raul Jimenez is a complete accident, but he did what he had to do to prevent a goal or a potential goal for David Luiz. Hence the reason that he clashed with David Luiz and he came out second best. Very unconscious, and he was not moving. or he may have been conscious. I will not know, but he couldn't get up. He had to be stretchered to the hospital and rushed there quickly as possible. Excuse me. Other than that, continue to recover sooner rather than later, Mr. Jimenez. So, Millwall players, or Millwall fans, as players hold banner. So, I'm going to read about the Millwall because it was reported this evening that they refused to take the knee, the players, but stand up and applaud. Well, I'm going to read a bit here where it says Millwall fans clap as players hold banner. Okay. Millwall fans applauded as their team and QPR players came together to hold anti-racism banner before Tuesday's championship match at the Den, days after booing them for taking a knee. Players were booed as they took a knee before Saturday's defeat by Derby. Yeah, that was really bad and disgraceful by a minority of fans out of the 2000. You know, I can't understand why they would do such a thing like that. It's disappointing. They brought complete shame to the club. They brought shame to their own players and shame to their fellow supporters, which is disgusting. I mean, that shouldn't happen at all. Anyway, we'll read on. Millwall players did not take a knee before kickoff on Tuesday, but QPR players did. Despite stopping the gesture earlier this season, Millwall said it was one of the most important days in the club's history. Well, I think the situation, well, not the situation, I think the whole occasion has become a big picture, you know, all because of what happened on Saturday. A minority of out of supporters who are out of order for booing. And like I said, I've enjoyed, I've got love for Millwall and love and time for Millwall. I've enjoyed nearly 12 years as a Millwall steward. And, you know, I want to see that football team do well. I want to see the club do well to change the, you know, to change the mentality of the football club and introduce a more westernised welcome into the Den. And it's still going to take a time process, but it's a time process that has been worth it in the very long run. There has been changing in the community as well, and Millwall are probably the best in the country at their community work, completely uplifting some of the things they've done in society, so uplifting and touching. However, what happened on Saturday happened, and we move on. And as for tonight, it says the fans have clapped and Millwall players held a banner to show obviously the disgust, and obviously it must have made it's got to have sent a clear message to anyone who feel that they think that you can come to football to racially abuse a player of his or her colour. Then the message is clear: it's unacceptable and it will not be tolerated. So, moving on to transfer news, and I've got a couple of transfer gossip to go through. Jesse Lingard's representatives are exploring options for the Man United England midfielder in January, with Real Sociedad, one of the clubs, to be looking to hold talks with him to get his signature. That's according to Sky Sports News. Arsenal out of favour Germany midfielder, or ex-German international, Mesut Ozil, is 90% certain to join Fenerbahce next month, according to one of the Turkish side's Congress members, Sports Digital. Well, It's been reported by it's been spoken about on the YouTube podcast by a number of fans who have reported that Ozil will be gone in January. Well, let's hope this comes into truth for me, because this is a guy who's inconsistently missing, below average, has the one good games here and there, but he will have 2 or 3 good games and then 6, 7, maybe 8 games where he's missing and has gone completely AWOL on the pitch. It's like playing with 10 men. Where is Ozil? For me, the sooner he leaves the club, the better for everyone involved with Arsenal Football Club. And that includes the fans. Chelsea boss Lampard says he is under no pressure to sell Spanish international goalkeeper Capa Arrizabalaga. And let's see one more bit of news here. And Newcastle are returning to the Benton base on Tuesday as they look to resume training after last week's COVID-19 crisis that caused the postponement of their match with Aston Villa. The Magpies hope their fixture with West Brom will take place as scheduled this weekend. Well, we just hope. There's a solution to that, and it seems to me it will go ahead their next game. I mean, their game against Villa is going to have to be rearranged, of course, and that's due to the COVID spread, because there's been a lot of people who are, up and down the world who have suffered from this, and this is dark times in this world. But there's a lot of people who are fed up with not just the lockdown, but the situation with the COVID, and they will rather risk catching the COVID-19. But that's entirely down to them. So I've done my couple of contexts, and now I've done the Tuesday's gossip column. So all I want to do is wrap it up now and say to you guys, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in, ladies, gentlemen, to the voice of the girls. I'm going to end it here and say to you guys good night, and make sure you rest well. If you got an opinion about Raul Jimenez, Wolves fan, if you want to talk about Raul Jimenez and how pleased you are to know that he's at home with his family, leave it in the comment section below. Give us a shout in my comment section, and let me know your thoughts and opinion. Millwall fans, if you've got something if you want, Millwall fans, if you really condone, if you want to, do you condone the behaviour of a minority of bad-minded fans or narrow-minded fans in your terraces? Let me know in my comment section below. Do smash the thumbs up like button, and please, football fans, ladies, men, gentlemen, ladies, gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I please ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and that's by smashing the subscribe button for me, left, right, and centre galore, abundantly and passionately for me, please. And like I say, whoever subscribes, I will give you a shout out to let the whole world know who you are, and that's my way of giving love and blessings. And speaking of which, I'm going to end it like this, and say peace again, love again, and bless again. Again, rest well, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning. I mean, I should be back. I doubt if can't even guarantee to do a morning. I don't think I'll be doing a morning, but afternoon is more likely. Or if not, not even more likely. The evening is going to be more likely, because afternoon I have to be at a meeting at Crystal Palace Football Club as being a steward. So I've got this meeting. So how long it's going to be, God knows. I ideally don't want to go to it. I personally think it's a meaningless meeting, really. But well, I'll find out more in due course tomorrow. Otherwise, good night and be nice.